Cool. That's fine. Here we go.
Yeah, have to find a way to turn that shit off.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
and we're live on a Monday night, ready to do some podcasting. Find us everywhere you find podcasts. Just search the Blackout Tips. Just as a show note, there'll be no show tomorrow because we're going to a Hornets game. So adjust your schedules accordingly. The official weapon of the show is an unofficial sport, a bullet ball extreme. And I guess we can kind of get into the show now. I mean, I feel like I'm sure there's stuff that'll jog my memory, but I didn't write down everything that I did in New York. So I just can't run it through everything. I think the one random thing I was thinking about that we didn't get to yesterday is I realized taking the flight back to North Carolina, no one uses the airplane bathroom on purpose. No one, but I don't mean you don't use it on purpose. You don't look forward to it. Like, it's not an experience anyone likes.
No.
Like, you've never been like, oh man, it's fine. I can't wait to use the bathroom on the plane.
You're like, I get in and out, or either you be like me and you're like, bitch, I wait till we land, because at least you have room to bend your knees. That bitch so tight.
See, but this is the thing. You said that last time I brought this up. There is no wait till we land. Everyone who's using the bathroom on an airplane can't wait to land.
That's true.
It's not if you had the option to wait till you land, that's what everyone would do.
True. You
have to go. Everybody that stands up on a plane to use the bathroom got to go. And it's an understanding. Like, no, that's why nobody makes eye contact. Nobody speaks to each other. There's never a long line because it's emergencies only. Is everybody have an emergency? No, never more than one or two people have an emergency at the same time.
Right.
I tried everything. I went through all the stages of grief before using the bathroom on that plane.
Yes, sir.
I went through denial, acceptance, all this shit.
So you had to use the bathroom on the plane.
Yes, I had to use the bathroom. How do you think I came up with this? It's life. And so I had to use the bathroom on the plane. And the thing is, y'all ever notice nobody's ever in that bathroom a long time? No one's ever in an airplane bathroom for a long time. Like, unless you die in there or you get so sick that you can't come out.
Correct.
But like, whatever is in you got to go right away.
Yeah.
And that's why you never see a line for the airplane bathroom, really. It's always like two people at the most waiting for the airplane bathroom. It's never like, and then, because that's the other thing, you don't know the rules, really. Nobody, unless you fly a whole lot, you don't really know the rules. Where it's like, hey guys, I'm the pilot. Let's make sure that when you see the airplane seatbelt sign on, that it's fastened, and and I'll tell you when you can get up. And they never come on and tell you can get up. They never fucking say you can move out the cabin. Unless it's a 6-hour flight, they just basically leave the fucking sign on the whole time. And then you like, can I get up? I know I'm an adult. I paid for a ticket, but is it okay? Am I gonna get up and get shushed? Is a flight attendant gonna make me sit back down?
Like, what the hell is happening?
The air marshal gonna pull out a gun and just shoot me in the back?
Right, for using the bathroom.
You don't know. So then you end up fucking sitting in your seat, bargaining with Jesus and shit. Like, please, Lord, just let me get
a little bit longer. He just
not now, Lord.
Said we'd be there in 15 minutes. Can I wait 15 minutes?
Not now, Lord. Just kill me. Just kill me on the plane.
Just go ahead and take me out.
Because that's the other thing too, is like, it's not, plane time isn't real time, because it's like, you can't trust them. One, you're never in the air as long as they say you are.
Nope.
Like I learned that trick early. It's a 2-hour flight to Memphis, and it's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's like, because then they want you to feel like, oh, look at that, I got there early. Like, no, you didn't. They knew it was an hour and 15 minutes in the air, but it's not real time, because when you get that time back, when you get on the fucking tarmac and you don't just pull up and get out right away.
Yeah, that's why it's a 2-hour flight, because they basically like, you're gonna be in this bitch for close to that period of time.
But when they whipping the plane around the fucking parking lot, you can't use the bathroom.
No, you can't.
So you can't even say like, oh, we land in 10 minutes, I'll use the bathroom in 10 minutes. No, that's like 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can't do it when you ascending and descending either.
And who want to take a chance and like piss or shit on themselves on a plane? Not me.
Not I.
So, after I prayed to Jesus and he didn't answer my calls, I said,
he wasn't on time.
See, that's why I'm an atheist, because of shit like this.
Oh, no.
And then, literally. And then I went to the bathroom. And, as a fat person, it's already a little bathroom for a regular size person.
Yes, you feel like you turning around in the fucking circle.
For me, I'm just like, how is this even going to happen? I'm just imagining what's going on in that bathroom. But I guess they know what they're doing, because at the end of the day, I did manage to use the bathroom without like making a mess on myself or anything. Like, it's just like the body knows. It's like, this is what a hole is. Cool. And it was the fastest, cleanest experience in my life, because it was just like everything inside of me just came out at once, like whoosh, and then it sucked it to the 10,000 feet in the air. I don't know where it went.
I don't know, but I've realized it's the airplane bathroom. That shit flushes hard as fuck. You be like, where's this going?
It just got a flirking on the other side of the toilet,
yes.
Sucking everything into another dimension. I don't know.
Something's happening, because when you flush that bitch, it's like whoosh.
It's like you unleashed the airlock on a spaceship. That's what.
It's like this gonna land on somebody's house or some shit.
Yeah, and the weird blue water was in there, and you take the walk of shame and you use the bathroom, and you hope nobody's waiting when you get out. Normally nobody is, because it's only emergency only. Nobody is queued up to go into that bitch. But
and my thing about the water, do they specially order that water? Is that water only made for when you're flying? Is that like this is air flying water?
I don't know. I think it's hypnotic. I don't think it's really water.
Cause I was like, the blue. This is what's up with this blue?
But
it'd be like the deepest blue. You be like, what's happening here?
But that's my hot take. No one uses that shit on purpose, and that's why it's fucked up like that. It's the worst experience. Like I feel like they make it terrible so you will only use it in an emergency,
right?
And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I've planned ahead. Like I was getting a colonoscopy when I was taking a long flight. I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna eat anything for 48 hours, only liquids.
Right.
I'm gonna
wake up, skip breakfast,
drink a bottle of Pepto-Bismol before I get on the plane. Like, it's just everybody got to make plans to not. That's how terrible the bathroom on a plane is. You making plans to not use it. Like, oh God, no, not me. And everybody make the same walk to the bathroom. That's like, oh God, I'm so sorry, not me. Oh Lord, please, everybody, don't look at me. I know y'all know that I'm about to shit myself if I don't get here. I got like 4 steps. It's like Jack Bauer trying to defuse a bomb.
Trying to get to that bathroom.
The 24 clock is going. As soon as you get up on your seat, it's like,
and people, and sometimes the poor people, but specifically if you wait and you're ascending and you're descending, and they have like the seatbelt light on, you be like, please hurry up.
Why did they let this happen? Why did we as a society? Why did we let this happen? Why did we let this happen? Like, we're on a plane. They already got us in there like it's the Amistad. Why the fuck did we allow this shit to just be okay like this? We should have fought this as, I don't know what, like, we need to unionize. It is breathing room only in these fucking bathrooms. If you take a deep breath in an airplane bathroom, you might pop out. You might pop out the door. We just let it happen like it's okay.
And then like they make it smaller and smaller and smaller. You're like, bitch, can nobody get in this bitch?
Oh my God.
I hate people to be like claustrophobic or some shit like that, way down like them tight spaces. I don't know what to tell you, poor thing.
Oh my God. The anxiety is already enough to make me not want to use a public bathroom in general unless I have to. But an airplane bathroom is like public bathroom on steroids. It's the worst version of public bathroom.
Yes, because at least at the airport bathroom is 4,500 of them bitches, and people kind of getting in and out, right?
You know how they call them little bottles, airplane bottles with the alcohol? Mm-hmm. Airplane bathroom, same design. Everything on airplane. Peanuts, everything's so small. I don't know why we are okay with this. I guess you know what it is? The floor for an airplane flight is crashing and dying.
Yes.
So everything one step above that is fine. We just decided, like, that's fine. Fuck it. We didn't die. Like you got to Seattle, didn't you? It's like, yes, but I shit down my leg because I can't use the bathroom. Well, you didn't die, so I mean, listen, hey,
you can always shower later on. At least you die.
Fly to tiny skies. See you tomorrow. All right, that was the only thing I didn't talk about from yesterday. I wrote it down as soon as we finished the show. I was like, use the bathroom on the plane. Forgot to mention that bullshit. All right, let's get into some segments. I actually don't have a what you call them segment today, a coronavirus segment, so we can just get into like some regular oh wait, you know what, we haven't done LGBTQ news in a while, because when I was up, let's talk about the LGBTQ news, guys. Let's see what's going on over there.
Let me see what you want to be. You better move your body. You better move your feet. And I want to cruise. Show me what's cool. Riding, caring, baby. LGBTQ news.
Trying to take us down when I'm still around. Try still shine when we on the rise. You can't do what you got to do. Black guys who tips.
LGBTQ news.
Woo! Oh, the song is so good it makes you forget how fucking terrible the news is.
Yes.
Have you guys heard of Florida?
I have.
Man. All right, let's go to the first story. This is a sports story.
Okay.
Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce this man's name because he's probably from Russia or something. His name is Ilya Lyabushkin.
Okay.
Actually, I pronounced that pretty fucking well.
Yes, you did.
He is citing an anti-gay Kremlin law and fears of retribution at home in Russia for electing not to participate in the Buffalo Sabres pregame warm-up on the team's Pride Night, when players are expected to wear rainbow-colored jerseys in support of the LGBTQ plus community. So he's saying, I'm from Russia. That's my home. I'm playing here in America, Canada, wherever. We having a Pride Night. We celebrating the LGBTQ community. Everybody gonna be wearing rainbows, except me. I'm not gonna do it because back home in Russia, they so homophobic.
Oh, if I come back,
if I even acknowledge the LGBTQ community,
I could die.
I'm gonna get fucked up when I get home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not just that he'll get fucked up when he gets home. His family.
Yes, that's what we feel realize. They don't. They are like, nah, dog. You get back home, your family fucked up, and they'll be waiting for you when you land. So he's like, nah.
I'm just trying to imagine how homophobic you gotta be to be watching the hockey game, and you be like, hold up, I know that ain't Ilya wearing a rainbow. Where is his mama? We gonna fuck his mama up. That's essentially what's gonna happen. You don't get a phone call. Like that, god damn. And now look, maybe he's just homophobic and making excuses, but I ain't been to Russia, so I don't feel comfortable enough to be like, he's full of shit. I ain't been, I don't know.
I don't live there, so you know what, and I believe him. I'm like, okay.
Easy for me to say, not my mama on the line.
That's right, giving me the phone call, or my daughter giving me the phone call, so I can see a lot of them that play over here going, I'm not doing that.
He's the only player not to take part in the warm-ups before participating in the game. The remaining players took the ice wearing dark blue jerseys with the Sabres logo on the front and circled by a rainbow-colored outline, the same design the team used for a social media avatar throughout the day. My thing, hockey jerseys, underrated jersey. Hockey jerseys, they go hard.
Yeah, they do.
But also, the rainbow alternate jerseys be the dopest looking jerseys.
Yes,
the Pride Night jerseys for all these sports are the
best.
They the dopest
even
one.
The
off.
Ones for the Hornets games and stuff like that. That'd be so beautiful.
Like even if you wasn't like, that's how fucked up homophobia is. You won't wear the dopest jersey. Like the one that looked the best, that the least people got, that people gonna be like, damn, where you get that from?
Yeah, you can't even buy them in the stores
because the rainbow look good on almost everything.
Yes, it does.
So it's like, you know, whatever your team is, you got the rainbow jersey. It's like, oh, where you get that? If we didn't associate it in our minds with gay, everyone would be rocking these, but people just don't want to. They don't want the smoke. Anyway, man, this is I guess it got too real for my man. He said he can't fuck with it, even for his job, because it's not like everyone knows he's wearing it for the job. It's not like everyone on that team is not homophobic. There's probably a bunch of them that are like, I hate gays. Anyway, let me put on this rainbow jersey for work.
Like, it's more than my paycheck, dog. It's, I fuck around and won't have no family when I get back home. So me saying no, regardless of how I personally feel, it's a little different no.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first person I've heard that I'm like, okay, I understand.
Valid, right?
Normally it'd be some bullshit like, it's just against my freedom of speech. It's like, he was like, they gonna kill my mama. It's like, oh yeah, you don't gotta wear it. It's cool. Cause like, I do imagine there's one person's like, doubt it. But you don't want to be the person that said doubt it, and then like a week later, it's like, yeah, so they got my mama hostage. What we gonna do?
Right.
Mr. Doubt It. I'm making it up. Arkansas. Let's take it a little closer to home.
Okay.
Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee. Yes. We let bathrooms on the plane be small, and we let Sarah Huckabee be governor of Arkansas.
How sway?
She signed a law prohibiting. Protecting.
I'm about to say, what the fuck is she protecting?
What segment is this again? I'm sorry. Prohibiting transgender people at public schools from using the restroom that matches their gender identity. The first of several states expected to enact such bans this year amid a flood of bills nationwide targeting the trans community. Mm-hmm. It's like everything old is new again.
Yes. Who you put in office matters. Who you vote for matters. Sitting out matters. Going, fuck it. Whoever, my vote don't count. People like that shit matters,
Yeah.
And I know voter suppression, all that shit, but there's a lot of motherfuckers that had the right to vote, that could vote. Your one vote was not suppressed. You just made these choices and these options.
The bill. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem. And it's very, very frustrating because the people that are the loudest and cry the hardest be a lot of the motherfuckers that don't do shit. And
yeah, I just honestly, I think people took it light after Obama. Like, regardless of how people try to talk about him now, he was a really good president, and you didn't wake up every day worrying about the world being on fire.
Yes.
You might have had some issues with them, but they weren't the existential issues that came with Trump. And so then we get Trump, and I feel like shit got real for people, but a lot of people are realizing now it's too late. It's a fight now. Like, you can't just kind of reset everything by like voting in one election. It's gonna take several, and we're gonna have to deal with shit like this every day. I mean, I know we always turn this segment into talking about voting. I definitely don't want to just do that every single time, but it is true and it's unavoidable. Like, most of this stuff we're reading about is because someone in power somewhere got into office and they decided, remember all that shit I was talking about LGBTQ people when I was running? I really do believe that. Like, it was like, I know you like low taxes or whatever the fuck you convinced yourself this is about. Not me. That's not what I'm into.
Right. And I guess for me, being black, knowing that the goal is slavery, I tell everybody that the goal is slavery. We might not get you to slavery, but motherfucker, we gonna get you as close. I know that's the goal for me. So if the goal is that for me, the goal is that for other people too. And so it's one of those things where you see them coming after my black ass, you go, not me. Well, bitch, they're coming after you too. Cause don't think it don't stop with me. It starts somewhere and it goes other places. It affects everybody, all the minorities.
Yeah. So they might follow this bill with an even stricter Arkansas bill that criminalizes transgender adults using public restrooms that match their gender identity. Yeah, so they start with the kids in the school, and eventually, even in like a restaurant, you're not gonna be able to use the bathroom or whatever.
No, because
that goes with your gender identity.
They don't want you to exist.
Right.
Like I say, like the other things, they don't want you to exist. They don't want anything that's other to exist. Anything other than the straight white man. They actually don't want you to exist. Even white women, they actually don't want you to exist. You're property to them. So it's it's one of those things where they're gonna try to do everything to oppress you, everything to tie you down, everything to bog you down. everything to have you so tied up that you don't have the energy, you don't have the time, you don't have the money, nor do you have the resources to protest and march and do the other shit to get shit done.
Well, what's interesting about this kind of stuff, I don't necessarily see it as them thinking they're tying us down and tiring us out. I really don't think they think that. What they're really, the math they're really saying is, we're talking about a small percentage of the population. Many people do not even know a trans person, especially personally.
Right.
And so what they're really hoping is that most of us that aren't trans will go, even if you have empathy or whatever, you'll be like, it's not really worth all this for two people in the school. And that's really the evil of it. Like, I don't think it's a all fronts thing. I think they're sacrificing trans people for these social, like, for the social war, because they know that there's not like, if this was a 50-50 situation where like they were talking about 50% of the population, I feel like their strategy would be a little different. And it would be to tire you out, because you're gonna be fighting so hard all the time, because 50%, they want us to sacrifice trans people, I think, to be like, oh, fuck them, it's not me.
Yeah, and the reason why I gotta push back a little bit is because for a lot of these laws, yes, I do agree with you. That's the end result, but also to me, it always rolls into other shit. It starts there and it rolls into other shit, and they use the same strategy that they always use.
I agree with you. I'm only saying, we're saying this, I think we're saying the same thing in that it's all related.
Yes,
it is all related. Like, I'm the same way. I think this is why I look at the world this way. I think if you have to fight for people, you got to fight for women, because even if you're not a woman, it's the principle of the shit. And of course it's going to affect you anyway. Women's lives are tied to, that's 50-some% of the population. We're all affected by each other. But yeah, I think when they do stuff like this, it's really like, well, it's only 2% of the population, because they're hoping that people will make that cold calculus of like, fuck them. And then the next thing, oh, this is a black thing, only 13% of the population. Oh, Spanish people, oh, it's only 15%. You know, like, and then each time you start looking, then you add it up, it's all of us.
Yes, and the thing is that's why I in my heart of hearts, I really do believe that a lot of these laws and shit, and they keep throwing them at people. And this is why people have to stay focused. We have a society now that don't stay focused, and we have a society now that don't think long term, and we have a society now that want instant gratification for every fucking thing. I voted now. Everything should happen now. Why don't you do shit now? Shit don't work like that, and it wears them out. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. It's not like how it used to be, where people go, well, I'm quote unquote fighting for my future. There are people like that, but a lot of people fight for now. They fight. It's like the fights are different. Now you have a society where if something happens and they do something today, they want gratification tomorrow, and if it don't happen tomorrow, they say fuck it. And so this is why I say that the thing is to wear people down. People like that are very easily worn down. Right. Those are the people I'm talking about. The people that fucking every time the wind blows, you have to hear them cry, you have to hear them whine, you have to hear them fall out, you have to hear them faint, and you're like, well, bitch, you ain't been through nothing. What are you talking about? And then the people that have actually been through something, actually have lived long enough to experience, and they know that this is a long-term fight, look at them like, the fuck is wrong with you? You know, and so it's like you have these two groups of people trying to have the same goal, like we're on the same side, but you have people that are very frustrating to deal with, because it's like instant. Then you have people that look further down the road going, no, this is a long-term fight. Why you tell me every vote is important? Because bitch, it is. It's important. I'm sorry that you don't understand that every time you vote, the shit fucking matters. Every time you turn around, y'all tell me it's life or death. Bitch, it is. You see what happened when we don't say life or death? We get fucking Trump. We get Trump. I don't want to go off. I don't want to get mad. I won't go off about it. But I really feel like that. Like this is the bullshit.
I know. It's just you're saying you don't want to, but I feel like you do.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to deter it from the whole, the thing. But you're right. I mean, it's just the truth about voting. And so much of what we talk about here is political, because in this segment, because a party has decided to pass laws based on this.
Yes.
And these laws don't really even make sense.
Mm-mm.
And they're draconian. And I think these are the things that add up to the high rates of like suicide and stuff within trans and LGBTQ children, because our society is telling them, like you said, we don't even want you to exist. I don't think it's, I think it's that plain. And I don't know how any good person can sit by and watch this shit and feel kind of like it's either meh, both sides, whatever. I just don't know how you don't see this as like a fight where you need to pick the right side and be vocal about that, because you literally like the kids are watching.
Yeah,
and we're supposed to be the adults, and we're the adults, and we're arguing about where people poo poo and pee pee. Like we're supposed to be grown, and this is what we're literally wasting time passing laws about this shit. And so yeah, it's damn near embarrassing. Georgia, their Senate passed a bill that bans gender affirming care for minors. Basically, and gender affirming care for people under 18.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why it's important. So, number one, most people think gender affirming care is change surgery on someone's genitals. That is not always the case. And normally that doesn't happen until somebody is of a certain age. It normally doesn't happen. They normally don't even do that type of operation on minors, period. But one of the issues is it is harder to transition if you've gone through puberty. And so and especially if you've gone through puberty without any like hormone or medicines and therapies, and also like some of this stuff is literally therapy, like brain therapy. It's not all just you go somewhere and they give you a pill. Like it's and also you need parents' consent. So we're not talking about kids walking into the doctor saying, I feel like I'm a different gender. The doctor just gives them a pill and does a surgery on them and then they go home. That's not how any of this happens. That is how Republicans want you to fear like it happens.
Yes, it's a process.
That's not what's happening.
Right.
We're talking about supportive parents or guardians in these kids' lives that are listening to them. For all of us that go, what if the kid changed their mind? What if this? Well, we wouldn't know more than their fucking parents. I guarantee you that. Whatever you're thinking, stranger on the internet that doesn't know this kid is theoretical to, there's somebody out there that is in that kid's life that is helping them through this time, right? Mm-hmm. So they want to ban all forms of gender affirming care, and of course it's in this hysteria that they have where they want to ban drag shows, transgender athletes, all of this stuff. It passed. All the Republicans supported the bill with a vote of 33-22. It'll ban gender confirming procedures and hormone replacement therapy for those under 18, which will now be debated in the House. The hormone thing, I just cannot stress enough that this, especially when you're dealing with body dysphoria, is it body dysmorphia or whatever? When you're dealing with like feeling like you're not in the right body, quote unquote, you're not presenting to the world how you feel you should be seen, right?
Right.
If you don't get this therapy until like your muscle and bone and skeletal structure has changed through puberty, it can make it harder on you, so that you may not be able to achieve the appearance that you would, the ideal appearance,
right?
And that is obviously a super big part of the trans experience in America, because getting clocked, getting made fun of, getting your employment, there's so many things that are about the idea of like how you look and how you come across to other people. So taking that from somebody, even as a kid that has supportive adults in their lives that are helping them make this decision, and being like, oh, you can just start when you're an adult. It seems like for us cis people, it sounds logical. Like, yeah, why not just do it at 18? Because your body's been through puberty and you won't really truly be able to achieve this ideal look that you're going for at 18. If you start at 18, it may take you much longer, if ever. You may like more extensive surgeries, all kinds of shit. As opposed to if you started this when you were younger.
Yeah, and also, all the side, just being a regular ass straight person, fucking hormones and puberty is a goddamn lot. Like, like it's just a lot, period. And so it's like, while you have all this natural stuff happening, it's best to kind of address this as soon as possible. Like, if that's the route that the parents and the child choose to go through. Whereas, like you say, you get to the point where everything's kind of, I don't want to say hardened, but it makes it more difficult.
Yeah, keep in mind, you'll probably be on your parents' insurance at this age.
Yes, you will.
You know, you probably like, someone else might have the money to help you. What might not be as expensive. This could really delay some shit where you're like 40 years old before you can even afford to get gender affirming care for yourself again. Like this is why a lot of people have to go to black market situations because they can't go legitimately. Because this is the thing that with all this Republican shit, they go, we passed a law. Niggas break the law every day, dog.
All the time.
If I feel like the difference between me wanting to live is me getting to these hormones and this therapy, then I guess I'm gonna have to get it another way because it's still gonna happen.
Yeah, they cross the border. They have them there. Yeah, they get their hands on.
Right, and that shit is a lot less safe. I know
It's
it's not like the medical profession is like perfect in America or nothing, but at least to some level it's regulated and monitored.
Yes,
you don't know what the fuck people are doing off the black market.
What they give you, what it might be laced with, anything.
So yeah, it's just bullshit. Hershey's, this is kind of some good news. Kind of, it's LGBTQ news, so kind of some good news.
Okay.
Hershey stands by trans woman in ad despite right wingers losing their fucking minds.
You talk about the chocolate people, right? Hershey Kiss chocolate people.
Hershey's Canada is standing by a new trans inclusive ad campaign after right wing backlash.
Can we see it?
The ad?
Yes.
I don't know if it has the whole ad on here.
Okay.
I can show you the still picture in this article.
Okay, that's fine.
This is Faye Johnstone.
Okay.
And so it was for International Women's Day on March 8th. The campaign includes special limited edition chocolate bars and wrappers featuring images of young Canadian women who are changing how we see the future. And among the 5 women was Faye Johnstone, as y'all see here. Executive director of Wisdom to Action, a Canadian social enterprise and consulting firm focused on LGBTQ plus issues, gender-based violence, and mental health. She also happens to be transgender. She tweeted about the collaboration, and then conservatives criticized the campaign for being inclusive. Why would you ever want to?
They always complain about shit being inclusive.
I'm just saying, like, how that don't bump with you. You know what I'm saying? Like just the words I just said. Like if someone said, right, so you're against the inclusion of, I'll be like, well, hold on now. I feel like inclusion is one of those good words that I should never be on the other side of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think somebody put the video in there in the chat.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I'll get. It's later in the article. But in the campaign, it called for a boycott of Hershey's. The anti-trans response focused on misgendering Johnstone because they always do that. The Federalist editor-in-chief Molly Hemingway accused the company of featuring a male in a costume as a woman for its International Women's Day ad campaign. Former filmmaker and failed Tennessee Republican congressional candidate Robbie Starbuck echoed the transphobic accusation. If you're sick of this too, then refuse to give Hershey's any of your money. First of all, Hershey's, you're gonna continue to buy candy.
Yeah,
don't lie.
Hershey's, Mars, ain't them all connected? I
don't know if they all connected. I don't know, but I just know Hershey's is a one name brand.
It is.
You think Hershey, you think chocolate, so it probably ain't going nowhere.
Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah. This is the. Can you see the thing, or
I see your screen?
Is it showing a Twitter with me about to hit play on this app?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So y'all can't see this. All right. So you can't see it.
Okay.
All right. Nope. I was curious about that. Give me a second.
Because I did see a screen.
Yeah. I think when I clicked on it, it took me somewhere else. Here we go.
Okay.
Now y'all can see it.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic selves. See the women changing how we see the future at Hershey's Canada.
And yeah, conservatives lost their fucking mind over there.
Here in the United States, but
Canada.
Oh, the people in. Okay.
So the conservatives might be in America. Who knows where they from?
Yeah.
But Hershey's Canada put out a statement. We value togetherness and recognize the strength created by diversity. Over the past 3 years, our Women's History Month programming has been an inclusive celebration of women and their impact. We appreciate the countless people and meaningful partnerships behind this efforts. Yeah, fuck it. Like, that's another thing that used to happen that I see happening less. If you want to include somebody, you can't just include them and then when there's a backlash be like, take the article down. We guys, we didn't mean anything. We don't want, hey, conservatives buy chocolate too. You know, I like that they were ready with a statement like, man, fuck y'all.
Yeah, be like this. And if you're gonna be like that, not trying to funny, don't do shit then. Just don't do shit. Cause you backing down is gonna make it worse.
Yeah. We've covered campaigns like that where it's like we're including a trans person in our makeup or fashion, and then the second there's a backlash, you're like, we took them out of the commercial.
I mean, it's gonna come, so I don't get it.
After bomb threats, Iowa City School District removes book targeted by anti-LGBTQ Twitter account. This book is gay, is coming out the shelves of a Northwest Junior High. First of all, I love the name. Northwest Junior High.
I might go find that book.
And other Iowa.
Is it on Audible?
Yeah. The whole book is they reading it with like a lisp and like the super stereotypical voice. And other Iowa City community school districts, libraries following a Twitter blast aimed at Coralville School that administrators believed was linked to a pair of bomb threats. Once again, what's your life like? You don't got no real problems? Tell me you don't have no real problems without telling me you don't have no real problems.
Right.
Calling in a bomb threat because a book about gay is in the school library gotta be top 5. You don't really got no problem activities.
And then not only that, the thing is even more fucked up about it, a lot of times the people that do this shit don't live in the county, they don't live in the state. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not even from here and you do the shit and people respond and you're calling from across the country.
The school had to be evacuated on consecutive days last week while police searched it. No explosive devices were found. The Libs of TikTok Twitter account, which has 2 million followers and is known for its anti-LGBTQ stance, published a tweet on March 21st that denounced the school for having the book, which it says promotes gay sex and encourages the use of sex apps.
Mm-hmm. That's how they got it, and they started calling the school.
And they know what they're doing.
Right.
They like, even if they don't directly tell their followers to do it, they know that it's going to happen because it's happened in the past. And even that woman that runs that account has talked about how she's targeted and she's been on the run and the liberals are coming after her. She's getting death threats, which to me means, so you do know how it works. And yet you continue to show up every day and try to cause problems for other people. It generated hundreds of responses, many of them graphically homophobic. Iowa City Community School District Superintendent Matt Degner said in an email to district families and staff Tuesday that the March 23rd and 24th bomb threats against Northwest appeared to be part of a larger nationwide effort designed to cause disruption and panic, as well as draw attention to the availability of the book. This book is gay in school libraries. Email bomb threats after a similar tweet from Libs of TikTok, which was also, this tweet also was last week, forced the evacuation of the entire Hilton Central School District in suburban Rochester, New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just like to harass people.
This is terrorism.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If anyone else was doing this, we'd be like, so this is terrorism.
Right? We're going to go get them and lock them up and fucking charge them, right?
If
We're not going to allow them to do this, to harass people.
If this was, you only have to change one thing about this. Keep every other stance the same. But if this was a Muslim TikTok account, we'd be like, this is against American freedom. This is homophobic. You're not going to put your Sharia law on us.
Mm-hmm.
But
even though they're doing the same thing, you don't call it Sharia law.
You put the white Jesus on the cross on the front of it, and now it's just, we just need to get over it. Now it's a feature, not a bug. Another tweet targeted Sioux City Schools, which responded by pulling the book from their shelves. They're like, oh, y'all, they win. We don't want no smoke.
Yeah, that's the part that's sad. They know people will fold. Like, not trying to be funny, like they know people will fold.
Right.
That's why they do it. You know, and it's one of those things where if you do stand up because you're dealing with the school system and shit like that, you're liable to lose your job. Be like, the fuck I am gonna put this book down, and then somebody else gonna be like, well, I will, and then they fire you.
So now it's going through the book burning protocol, which is basically like they reconsider the book that they evaluated according to like a parent or somebody that can be like, I object to my kid learning that there are gay people that are in the world living. And so they got to do a whole fake ass like review, which is just a way to keep the book off the shelves for the meantime. And they hope the heat dies down because they knew that when they put this book on the shelves, what was in it. But now they got to pretend they don't know. Like, oh, well, it is about gay people. Oh my God. Who knew this book is about gay people? Who knew? So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, let's get into some other news. All right, I'm sorry we can't end on a high note, but it's all bad. Honestly, I'm looking at these articles. I collect them and I want to spread awareness and I want to keep our audience engaged, but it's all bad news. All right, let's get to some other news. Sexy.
Yes, I like that beat. I was like, am I gonna hear somebody sing or rap? I was getting ready.
Guess what happened 50 years ago today?
What happened?
The first successful cell phone call.
Oh shit! Was it on that big ass brick? You know, the old school one that weighed 15 pounds.
In April 3rd, 1973, Martin Cooper stood on the sidewalk of 6th Avenue in Manhattan with a device the size of a brick and made the first public call from a cell phone to one of the men he'd been competing with to develop the device. Oh, that's a flex.
Oh, shit!
That's a
Let
flex.
me call you only as a big brick, my nigga. Boop, 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 boop. No, it took him 15 minutes to call him.
Well, it's just a flex because the other person was working on making a cell phone too. And not only did you beat him to the punch, but you called him from your working cell phone. Like, what's going on, man? I was like, oh, hey, how you doing, Martin? I'm just chilling. Oh, you might hear some cars driving by right now. It's because I'm outside, bitch.
Yes, come on through. Shout out to you. We went from a brick to a microcomputer. We done got cell phones that came a long way. They used to be indestructible. Not no more.
It's just crazy, like, to think about it. But we used to live in a world, everybody. And for y'all younger people, y'all won't even be able to relate to this. But older people, y'all know. We used to live in a world where a kid left the house and just went outside.
And you didn't have no idea where they was for hours on end.
They just went outside, guys. That was it. And then it was, where are you going? Outside. Your parents would tell you, go outside. Not to a particular destination even. They couldn't track you with an app. They couldn't call you. They couldn't text. It would just go outside. That was a thing.
Outside of this house.
That was a thing that happened.
Yes, and and it's a balance because nowadays, and the thing is, the same things that could have happened to us happens today, but because people are hyper aware and they get information instantly, you have a lot of people, and which I can understand. It's like a panic. My child can't. I always got to see my child. And you know, and sometimes good, bad, and indifferent. A lot of times, children are so controlled sometimes because they aren't allowed to do things on their own. People panic if you let your child go to the corner store. People panic if you let your child ride public transportation. You know, simple things.
Yeah.
But the thing is, guess what? We could have got.
Well, my thing isn't even all of that. Is just that's how much the cell phone has changed our lives. Even the paranoia around monitoring your kids is partially because we're so connected via these phones. We get an update on every time a kid goes missing, you get a fucking Amber Alert on your phone because, and of course you absorb that. It's not like kids didn't go missing in the past. We just didn't know.
Correct.
But a lot of stuff you wouldn't get a weather alert. You go outside, you know how you knew the weather was getting bad? You just be like, my knee hurting or whatever.
Yeah, your grandma be like, my knee's hurting, it's gonna rain. You be like, grandma, ain't no rain. She be like, wait on it, it's coming.
Yeah, like I mean,
you could actually smell the rain. Go outside, smell the rain. I'm like, what?
Like it just like life was just different. The cell phone changed so much for us. Even podcasting. we literally could not have do what we're doing for a living right now without cell phones. Some of y'all are watching us on a cell phone. Some of y'all are listening to us on a cell phone, leaving comments with your phone. Like, this shit changed the fucking game. And that was only 50 years ago. And now is intrinsic to our lives.
Yes.
You know?
And the thing is, it's funny though, sometimes I can tell that I'm older. I keep my cell phone near me and close to me, but I'm quick to put my cell phone down and go do other things. But you know, you have a generation now where literally their cell phone is consistently almost like glued to them. A lot of times I have to use my Apple Watch to ping. Well, what the fuck is it? You know, I was like, and I think a lot of it is because I'm older, but I do depend on my phone a lot more than I used to.
I feel like every time this comes up, every adult likes to break up how much they're independent of their phone, because there's something subconsciously inside of us that makes us feel weird about how much we aren't. And I refuse to engage in this bullshit. I keep my phone on me. And that's how I keep in contact with people, to be honest. Like, texting all the time, getting alerts. You know, when I was in New York, you know, that was a thing I was conscious of, is I don't want to be in a situation where Karen needs to get in contact with me and I'm just out like trying to be free from my phone. Like, okay, well, the house is on fire.
I'm not that free. Goddamn.
I'm just saying this is, I don't mind. I've just accepted it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
There's no fighting me about it. It's something I've just noticed with adults, like we of a certain age, we just do it. We all want to be like, oh, but not really me. Like,
yeah, I'm not addicted to it.
I look at my screen. I look at my screen time, and I'm like, well, who gives a fuck, really? you know, there's not a report card. You're not gonna die and then go to heaven, and God gonna be like, oh, 50 hours a week, my nigga. Oh, guess who's got to go to hell?
I mean, damn, just at me next time. Shit.
It's everybody. It's not just you. I was saying this to Ray Sonny when we went to dinner, and this may feel more like a black thing, but maybe white people do it too. But I know black people do this. And if you black and you know in the audience, you can relate. If you go to dinner and a black person pay for the whole thing, like they like, I got everybody, right? Because they doing good, or they made some good decisions. They got the money.
Bonus. They had something.
It's worth it. I've been this person. I've done it before. Where I'm like, fuck it, man. I don't Venmo me. I got us. I want to treat us. I love it. Let's not make a huge deal of it, but I love you, and I want you to not even be concerned about paying this food. The food paid for itself with your company and the good time, right?
Yes.
Black people always have to start explaining why they can afford to pay for this shit. What the fuck is wrong with us?
It's, you know what? I personally think a lot of it has to do, we have to almost justify.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but why do you have to justify?
You don't have to justify.
No one's making you justify.
You be like, nigga, I just got it like that.
like even if it's just like a joke, like because you know, like Ray's like, it was like a fancy place. She's obviously talented.
Yeah.
She's writing. She's on these shows. She's fucking, you know, she keep a job. She
Don't
you know,
keep a
like
job.
I know she ain't got no kids and shit. I know this stuff, right? But as like she's paying for it, you know, you're like, okay, I'll see you balling, because you know that's how we do.
We joke with people. We go big baller. We see you,
and like honestly, I want you to feel good. I want you to recognize that I recognize you making some decisions and you balling, and I appreciate it. It's really it's really our cute way of acknowledging the gift without like having a sincere like put your hand on your shoulder moment of like, hey, thank you. You know, so instead you go, I see you player just flossing money. You gonna make it rain on me. You know, like it's fun.
Yes, and I really enjoyed that interaction, because you know, particularly when you sit back, you go, well, I was at the Ain't We Lucky We Got Him, bitch. I could pay for a meal now. I had to fight my aunt one time. One of my aunts, I was like, I'm gonna pay for this meal, right. And she was like, no, you ain't. I was like, I'm gonna pay for this meal. So what I did, I jumped up, ran to the server, and told her to cash it out, because some people actually fight you over there. You're like, I don't want you to fight me. Just let me pay for the meal.
And then, like I said, the thing always becomes after you've done it. Now you gotta be like, listen, I don't have any kids. Okay.
I
I didn't buy a
was like,
house.
I got the 5.
I live in a rent controlled unit. Okay.
Yeah. I ain't got no car.
I got hit by a bus. I got a settlement check yesterday. It's either I hit the lottery. I won the lottery 2 weeks ago. I still haven't spent the money. Nobody knows in my family. Like, we have to justify I ain't listen. It's not like I'm rich. I'm not the Huxtables out here. I just have enough money to pay for dinner tonight. And it's like, well, now I'm starting to feel bad. I'm like, do you really not got it? I thought I was just trying to.
You had it.
Yeah, I was trying to give you props for having it and dap you up, but now I'm starting to feel like I should secretly Venmo you, whether you agree or not. You just told me you might not got it. Like, but no,
it's a mental thing, though. Yeah. I do not know why. It's a mental thing that a lot of people go through.
I don't know where it comes from. It's Black Survivors Guild, I guess. I think it's a black thing because I've just never experienced this with white people.
Right.
White people pay for the check. They just, especially a dude, they just pay for it like, I got this. And you're like, all right. You like, make it rain, or like, I am making it rain on you. You're welcome. You know? Like, but black people, it's always a fucking tango we gotta do. Twitter has removed the verified check marks. Twitter hasn't removed verified check marks, even though Elon Musk said they would, except from the New York Times. Because the New York Times said on Twitter they wouldn't pay for it.
Other people said that they wouldn't pay for it. They was like,
LeBron said he ain't paying either.
Yeah, they was like, we're not paying. They said we're not paying for it, and we're not paying for any of our employees.
But the thing is, he did it in the most petty way. Like, someone tagged him to a tweet like, this is what the New York Times said. He said, oh, really? I'm going to take their check. And I'm like, how is this man running a company this way? Why do people think he's smart?
Right. He's not a smart man.
I don't believe it. This is my conspiracy. I don't think this man a genius. I think he's done conned us all. He didn't show me the work. Solve the quadratic equation in my face, nigga. I don't believe you. You lied. I feel like it's a con man thing where we're going to find out. I haven't even read the books, and I know he probably stole them companies. It's some bullshit with this man. He probably like, I don't even know how to code. Okay. What I did was I kidnapped a coder's child, and then they wrote the PayPal formula for me.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck around. We're gonna find out he like that lady that faked her voice, that would do the deep voice, and they gonna find out that he doing all types.
The woman from Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes,
doing all types of bullshit in the background.
Yeah, this dude is so wild. I can't. What is it like working for this man? Like,
gotta be miserable.
You gotta wake up and be like, what he do?
It gotta be miserable for him just to turn around and fire you anyway.
Like, your department is gone. What happened? Yeah, he just a wild boy. He was up tweeting and decided New York Times can't have no verified checks. Tasha K, remember her? She was a woman that Cardi B had to sue because
she acted a fool.
Yes, she went to court. She fought it, and honestly, she fought it so hard. I thought she had some money.
That's the way she fought that shit. It was doubling down.
She fought it so hard. I said Tasha K must be making trillions of dollars from her blog,
right?
Because everything I had seen about this case seemed like she was definitely about to lose and have to pay a whole lot of money. And so she was ordered to pay $4 million, more than 2.5 million in damages, and another 1.3 in legal fees in October. She appealed it. The judge was like, you didn't even do the right paperwork for this appeal. She said, defendant Latasha Kiwi asked for a new trial, saying that there was insufficient evidence for the jury verdict against her. But as she all but admits, she didn't make either of the required post-verdict motions in the district court. She never tells us where in the 5,500 page record the district court's alleged errors can be found. Because her brief
she represent herself. The fuck is this?
Because her brief falls well short of what we require, she has abandoned this argument.
Right. So there you go. Fuck it. You owe then. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You owe this money. And you know what? Cardi wanted you to do? Just to stop it and apologize. You was like, fuck it.
Yo, she could have apologized like a year ago, and literally none of this would have happened.
None of it.
They also exposed that she ain't had no money in her bank account. Like she had only $1,083 in her bank account.
But you was talking big shit and people was pushing you and promoting you and had you out here look like a goddamn fool. And y'all, this is a prime example of what happens when you listen to the internet hype. They will watch you hang, and you know what? These same motherfuckers that pushed her out there laughing at her ass right now.
One thing I will say though, the difference between having everything to lose and nothing to lose, kind of the same thing. Cause she felt like she had hey, I got everything. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. And now I realize she didn't have nothing, so that's why she was like, "Fuck it." I mean, what they gonna take my whole $1,000? Like, I guess. But yeah, she said, "Damn winos." I guess that's her fans. We lost the appeal against Cardi B. Sad day. Let me tell you something, sis. This is the most parasocial bullshit. We didn't lose anything.
We didn't have to file the paperwork. You did. You didn't file the paperwork right.
Them people that's on your IG live, they weren't in the courtroom with you.
And they are laughing at you right now.
She said, but I'm going to be all right. I appreciate all your love and support throughout this fight. Today, we throw in the white flag. What happened will never happen again. To Cardi and her team, I apologize sincerely. We live and we learn. Talk about a check my mouth can't cash was the caption. Whew, placing that internet clout could not be me.
Could not be me. I'm sorry. What else you need me to do? Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't be your boy. Scared.
Right, because she wasn't acting. It's not like she was being unreasonable. She was like, stop saying that bullshit.
Also, like the internet will frame shit to be on your side, and it became about everything except this woman being accountable. This is one of the reasons I don't really. There's just certain movements and shit I just don't fuck with online anymore because I've seen the worst parts of them and they're just as bad as the worst parts of everything else. Like, and one of those movements for this one was people crying like colorism, people talking about this only happening to her because she's black. This wouldn't have happened to Perez Hilton, who's also been sued to smithereens, but also, definitely tries to stay out of the, like, I remember Perez Hilton taking down them pictures of Beyonce because at the end of the day, he didn't want that fucking smoke. The end of the day, when he got his cease and desist, he desisted, motherfucker, because he was like, I'm good. And I think that's like, but instead of it being like, fam, you talk your shit into a corner, somehow she got to be the victim of her own shit talking. It's like, no, man, you did this. And I don't need to feel bad for you, dog.
There's no we.
There was a bunch of places you could have hit stop and you chose not to.
Yeah, and you acted a fool online. Cause we talked about this, and it kept every time it was updated, it kept getting worse and worse. And the whole time, Cardi was like, "Come on, my nigga." And then after a while, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll sue you then."
Right? She's like, "Okay, I'll sue."
Right.
Let's get to fucking with black people.
Hey, we're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them black people. We're just fucking with them blacks. We're just
fucking with black people.
Hey, hey,
All right, let's talk about it, everybody. Fucking with black people is a segment we go around the globe, find articles and make us feel fucked with, and we assign point scores from 0 to 100 in intervals of 25. Today's contestants, everybody. But first, let's start with some Snoop Dogg related fucking with black people.
Oh shit.
Kroger, the grocery store, removed Snoop Dogg Cali red wine after customers complained it was offensive.
I'm offended. That shit is good.
I've had the wine. We've seen pictures of the wine. We've had it in here in the studio. What's offensive about it? It's not like some strippers on there or some shit. There's no, it's not like you pull out the bottle and then like
somebody doing the doggy style on the side. The hell is this?
The dog style cartoon. Remember those cartoons?
Yes, none of that is happening.
But yeah, an in-store display of his Cali red wine was removed from a Kroger supermarket in Peachtree, Georgia, after several customers allegedly complained that it was inappropriate. They probably was like, this critical race theory. This that damn CRT. I can feel it. I don't know how, but somehow this is making my kids feel bad about being white. Just you go woke, you go broke, Kroger.
Is this wine gangster?
Yeah. This
has taken down a Black History Month display after some customers.
Wait, Black History Month display. Okay, now the worm turns. Okay, this is getting interesting. Why is Snoop Dogg selling wine Black history? Is that what the issue was?
Down a Black History Month display after some customers said it was offensive and stereotypical. We also heard from some customers who saw nothing wrong with that display. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Fayette County in Peachtree City, and Tom, a famous rapper, at the center of this display.
This is before we even get to it, I haven't read the article yet. I bet this is a community infighting situation where it's respectable Black people versus Black people like me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, Snoop Dogg is Black history. He's America's sweetheart.
Come on, him and Martha Stewart. What are we talking about?
Martha Stewart's not Black history, but he's America's sweetheart. No, she's not America's sweetheart. She's a fucking felon. But he's America's sweetheart. And I feel like there's some Black people who are like, this a damn disgrace. That should be Martin Luther King with Rosa Parks up there drinking them 40s, whatever they want on the display. I bet you that's what it is. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah, Karen, gin and juice rapper Snoop Dogg is now selling wine, and the store put up a Black History Month display featuring the rapper. Some people said this had nothing to do with Black History Month.
The main message is get you a bottle of wine, go home, and just chill.
That's why Johnny Jones was so offended when he...
I knew it.
So what does that do anything? Just don't drink the shit. You can walk past this. I don't understand the complaints here. The fuck you complaining about?
First of all, I know my man Johnny is about that life. Okay, Johnny don't say the N-word in public. He got a Tuskegee Airman t-shirt on.
He probably knew the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay, so like my man Johnny not with the shits, dog. He said y'all not finna slide. If y'all better put Malcolm X up on that wine, okay? They put some Malcolm Chex mix or some shit out here because we not doing Snoop Dogg wine.
That rapidy rap bullshit.
Martin Luther King size Reese's Pieces, okay? Because
I eat the hell out of that.
we not about to do this.
I have a dream M&Ms. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Saw this display inside the Kroger on Peachtree Parkway. Features a lot.
I mean, I hate to be folding, but I do see the point. I do see the point.
Life-size cutout of rapper Snoop Dogg with his wine.
That display is big as shit. Don't care.
This is how I get in trouble at work because I be wanting to have fun.
Right.
And I bet the people who put up the display are Black and thought it would be funny. And I don't think it was then an old Black man that's been through some things that probably desegregated a school or two in his time was like, that shit ain't funny to me. And he's got every right to feel that way. I feel him.
Go home.
I don't.
And just chill.
That's why.
So you don't think he has a right to feel?
He has a right to feel that way, but goddamn it, walk past the Kroger. Don't come in the Kroger. Nobody forcing your ass to be here.
Well, Karen, everybody ain't gotta sell on catfish fillets now. Hold on.
Johnny Jones was so offended when he saw this display.
Oh man, it's freezing. Oh, what is happening here? Well, y'all get the gist of it. But I'll keep trying to play it.
Features a life-size cutout of rapper Snoop.
Every time I make it big, it freezes. It'd be funny if like it plays his music and shit. Happy Black History, my nizzles.
Wine bottles. And next to it, a blackboard says
celebrating Black History Month. Well, at least they didn't spell it with a F like I do. We got Black History Month tees.
Celebrating Black History Month. A clenched fist is.
Look at this fist. Believe like Thurgood. Speak like Frederick. Build like what? Build like, I don't know what that is. Lead like Harriet, educate like WB. Oh, build like Madam CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Fight like Malcolm, which is spelled wrong.
Oh no, but I guarantee somebody drew that.
Write like Maya, dream like Martin, inspire like Obama, something, think like Garvey, challenge like Rosa, say it loud, black owned products. Oh, you know what? Now I'm back on your side, Karen. Now
Yeah,
it is a black owned product.
Yeah, like somebody sat down and
it ain't like Kroger got the pick of the litter. They probably only got like 5 black owned products in all of Kroger, and one of them is some wine.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be Snoop.
Dog on like he happened to be the face of it.
Yeah.
Inspirational words like dream like Martin and say it like.
Oh, I'm gonna refresh. This thing is freezing.
No
but
problem. It's just very frustrating when you see this. And to me, like I said, it remind me of when niggas get huffed and puffy about the chicken. It's like, well, goddamn.
Yeah, you're right. I'll come around to your side of it.
It's like anything with us, we got to deal with y'all niggas crying about it. It's like shit, our shit matters too. Why can't we have the freedom just to be able to just to have shit out here just because? It don't always have to be politically correct and right.
The name of the wine is 19 Crimes.
Yes, it is.
Features a life-size cutout of rapper Snoop Dogg with his wine brand 19
fuck this article.
Crimes. It's surrounded by wine bottles.
It's something about whenever you try to make it big.
Yeah, it was playing fine and I made it big and it was like, fuck you. But anyway, man, this is hilarious. And I fully support I support the store. I don't think it's
I support the store too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm on the side of the the store and not the black man that found it offensive.
Yeah, just you had that fish. You were like, oh yeah, niggas did this. Like, not trying to be funny. It's like, somebody black going, it's Black History Month.
Yeah,
let's think of a display. This display they had. Somebody was like Snoop Dogg, and he was like, I don't like Snoop Dogg. I don't drink wine. Okay, guess what? They were selling the wine before the display.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. You're right. 0 for me. Not fucked with it all by this display.
Me either.
Yeah, I disagree with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's his right to feel that way. I'm not, but yeah, you don't get to tell the rest of us we can't have that wine.
Right. And they shouldn't have to take it down. Because truth be told, I didn't even know he had a wine until I think we walked into Publix one day and they had it up front. They had the pink one and the white one. I was like, you know what, bitch? I'm gonna pick it up. Pick me up one. That was good.
That is a made up story. That is not how it happened.
Oh, my bad.
We found out about it, I believe, through Triangle Wine Co. sending us a bottle.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It was amazing. Shout out to Triangle Wine Co.
Mm-hmm.
This woman appears to be no longer employed. She's a news anchor, and this is what happened at her job. Let me make this bigger. Here you go.
Oh no! Oh no! She said this on the news. That the old people watching, you have to be, you have to keep it correct with the old people watching the news, honey. They don't be playing that shit.
Keep it correct. Is that what the problem was? It wasn't correct. I also like that. I also love her accent saying it. For shizzle, my nizzle. All right. She sounds like she says nigga with the R in the wrong place. You know?
Yes.
Just a Paula Deen fan club member. For shizzle, my nizzle. Huh. Julie must be black and off camera. Julie didn't sound like she was feeling that for shizzle, my nizzle.
Like, my name is Bennett. I'm not in it. Such a white man's response. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. That was his way of being like, I don't know how to respond to this.
Yes, sir. He did not know how to respond.
I guess the viewers will let us know if that's okay. Huh. That's a black woman off camera. I don't know who Julie is. But
they can't hear it, Rod.
Oh, they can't hear this? Oh, shit. Okay. I got y'all. Hold on. Boom. That's weird. It shared the audio. All right, let's try it now. See if I can hear this.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
A shizzle, my nizzle.
Did y'all hear it that time?
I don't know. Did y'all hear that time?
Let us know in the chat. Just want to make sure y'all can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. For shizzle, my nizzle. Shout out to this black dude too, who is clearly going from an amazingly funny whatever conversation they were having to now he got to be like, now what do I do here? Am I supposed to say something at work?
All right, I'm on the clock.
I'm gonna let Black Twitter handle it. Like, what do I do? Do I get fired today? What do I do? What is my position right now? Like,
right.
He is looking down at that paper like it got the answer on it, and it don't.
No, it does not have the answer. I'm sorry.
He in the God give me strength pose right now. Like, Lord, I knew she was gonna do this one day. He been working with her long enough. He knew.
A Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
A shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you, Julie, what you think about that?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
You're looking like, I cannot believe what I just heard. He's really looking like, oh my gosh. That's one of them things where you look like, oh, what's happening around me? Where you just in shock at work and you don't even know how to respond.
He is looking down and away like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not a part. Whatever this is, I'm not a part of it. I'm not laughing. I'm not participating. He was like, with heads rolling, it ain't gonna be mine.
Shit just got real to him.
Yes, it did. He was like, why did I pick this segment?
This gonna be a thing. Like, that's what he was
His
looking
face
like.
looked like we gonna have a meeting after this.
I'm now one of the black people in a meme somewhere because this motherfucker had to make a for shizzle
My
joke.
nizzle joke.
Huh.
Y'all hear that huh? That huh is the best part.
Huh.
Julie she know what's up. Julie said, what you think about it, Julie? Huh? You don't never want to hear that response from
No, you don't.
From no woman.
And it was off camera too.
Yeah.
Huh, she says.
Well, get this.
Come up with.
They just gonna move to the next article.
That's all you can do.
All right, well, check this out. A dog that can water ski. All right, coming up in the next segment.
You know it's old people, so they told free line started ringing. All the old people going, what did she say on my TV?
From March 24th, they had an article. Barbie Bassett is her name. She had not been on the air since March 8th, and the station has no comment on her status.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, she ain't coming back, y'all.
Yeah.
They ain't renewing the contract or nothing. She's just gone.
Yeah. Charlemagne the God defended her, so you got that going for you. He defended her for quote Snoop Dogg. He's on her side. She was reprimanded October of 2022 for insensitive comments. On that occasion, she released a statement apologizing. So I guess she has done something like this before. That's why that black man face looked like that.
Oh, okay. So this is not our first offense.
Yeah, that black man. See, his face was telling. I don't know if y'all picked up on it, but his face looked like here she go again. So this is her original getting in trouble.
Oh no.
From October.
Okay, but Carmen, girl, sis, I know you well enough to know that those guys working behind you, they probably know who the celebrity game day picker is. So you need to go swing by the Kroger's, get you a chocolate pie.
A chocolate.
Well, pecan pie would be just fine. And you need to go offering it to some of those guys working behind you.
Get the scoop.
And see if you can get the scoop from one of those for return. I know your mother or your grandmammy has got
Your
some
grandmammy.
Oh no, not your grandmammy. Oh. Boy, she took it back.
Oh, not the throwback.
She didn't say grandma. She said grandmammy.
Oh my God.
How old is this lady?
Oh,
grandmammy.
Oh my God. And I already know what her response gonna be.
Turn around and say, I ain't racist. What's it got to do with me? I'm okay. How can I be racist about anybody? How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life?
Oh, that's a good one. I ain't heard grandmammy in a hot minute, boy.
Oh my goodness. I know she the real victim.
Come down a notch and look like a petty little brat by tweeting and Facebooking this just to open up dialogue so we can have an adult conversation.
Ridiculous.
In America, you should be ashamed.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my, not grandmammy.
Grandmammy, baby.
She was building towards that grandmammy the whole time.
From one of those for return. I know your mother or your grandmammy has got
Your
some type of
grandmammy.
recipe that
Really?
you could whip up, don't you think?
Really,
Take it to them.
grandmammy?
They might have a recipe or two. Go whip something up.
This is the problem with being black at work. You can't even like, because you, especially on the news, because you got to sell fake nights. You can't have a real moment of like, bitch, what you just say? And back to you. You know, like you can't, you got to be like, yes, my grandmother, my grandmother would definitely make a chocolate pie. Yes, that's correct. You can't have that like, I'm going to choke your ass behind the scenes moment. Anyway, she did apologize that time. Last Friday on our newscast, today at 11, I used a term that was offensive to many in our audience and to my coworkers here at WLBT. Though not intentional, I now understand how my comment was both insensitive and hurtful. I have apologized to Carmen Poe. Now I would like to apologize to you. That is not the heart of who I am. And for that, I humbly ask for your forgiveness, and I apologize to everyone I have offended. I will learn from this and participate in training so I can better understand our history and our people. I can't mean the hurt my comment caused. I pray you'll forgive me and that you'll extend grace through this awful mistake. This has been Barbara for Shizzle My Nizzles.
Signing off one last time.
Hopefully you nizzles will get over it.
For Shizzle.
I guess y'all are not for Shizzle My Nizzles, okay?
You're going back to your grandmammies if you still got them.
Y'all sound a little for unshizzled to me. Oh my God.
What is happening?
Oh my good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, 0 to 100 game.
I hate to be like this, but I'm gonna give it a 50 because it's funny. At least it's funny. Shizzle my nizzle.
I'm not really. Here's why I'm not fucked with. Here's why though. Here's why I'm not fucked with, because she seems to have been fired.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's really not like what I'm gonna be mad. They did the right thing. And I wouldn't. And honestly, like it's the kind of thing where I would have given her the benefit of the doubt. But it's your second offense. You get a little free on the news. Now I don't understand why the news thinks this is a good idea in the first place.
It's never good.
I don't even like this casual news shit that y'all like, that we're seeing this trend. I know we have it in Charlotte. I don't know if everybody got it, but especially if you watch like the late news on like CW or something, they got hip hop beats. They fucking playing games and freestyling and talking in slang. Relaxed. I'm like, bro, y'all on the news, y'all live. You got to tell the real news. Y'all gonna fuck around and get fired trying to be funny and do bits and shit.
Right, trying to be cool. This ain't no comedy skit.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that shit, to be honest. I don't need hip hop news.
Me either. Just give me the facts.
Yeah, every time you turn on the news, yeah, it's WBT at 10:30 with your sports weather host Barry G. Dog Jenkins. I'm like, what?
Yes, we're here with weather on the ones, y'all.
Weather's on the motherfucking ones and twos. Bitch. Snoop Dogg.
Be careful out there in the streets tonight, y'all.
I got the weather for you nizzles coming up in 15 minutes. Let me pass it to my bitch. Mary in the house. What's my bitch?
Bitch, I'm Mary in the house.
Like, I hate that news.
Me too. I realize that it gets more lax and lax. But like, girl, y'all not girl. I mean, y'all really might be girlfriends, but I don't need to see this. Y'all need to be reading from the script. Maybe I'm old. Like, bitch, just tell me the news.
Weatherman doing a Running Man and TikTok dances and shit. It's like, dude, just tell us if it's raining.
That's all I need to
There's
know.
no extra credit. This is like a fucking waiter that don't write down your order. There's no extra credit for this. Do the news, bro.
Right, because if you fuck up and do something wrong, they're gonna shut this shit. All this shit gonna end.
Like, does the camera the teleprompter just says banter for 3 minutes? Because they be bantering, and you gonna banter into some bullshit.
Yes, you are. When you let people all go off script.
Yeah, they're like, oh, isn't it interesting that Snoop Dogg is giving out scholarships? Oh, I love Snoop Dogg. I'll get a Snoop Dogg tattoo. I bet you will, right on your pussy. Like, what? Why were we off script? Why was any of this happening?
This is just as bad as a friend watching what is it, Morning Mimosas?
Yeah, on American Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hate this shit. Anyway.
Yeah, that's for real. That's what it sounds like. I've been looking at it because me and Roger got watch sometimes, and I've been looking like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
I don't understand this trend, and like, of course you got fired. Of course.
Yes.
That's what happens when you do shit that's not on teleprompter. You have one job, it's to do teleprompter shit.
Yeah, read that teleprompter.
All right. Last fucking with black people story. A man was arrested on NC-A&T campus. Oh wait, I can play this article, I think. North Carolina A&T is a HBCU, if y'all don't know.
Nope, AccuPride.
Oh, fuck that. I know it's gonna play our thing for it.
No,
But it's a HBCU, historically black college. And this man was arrested on campus with more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition and numerous weapons.
Get him!
Yes.
Arrested and charged after police say he was on a triad campus with several weapons.
And of course, it's scary as fuck. I mean, all these mass shootings happening. We know sometimes people target certain communities, LGBTQ community, black people, like they did in New York, or I think it was. So like, this could have been the next mass shooting. We're having them every day now. This could have happened at a black campus for who knows what reasons.
Right.
And hundreds of rounds of ammunition. On March 26th, Greensboro police responded to North Carolina A&T State University for a heavily armed man. Campus police said Brandon Bentley was violent and making threats toward law enforcement. When Greensboro officers arrived, Bentley had been chasing unarmed security guards on campus. He was eventually taken into custody. Police found 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, a rifle, a crossbow, machete, stun gun, hatchets, knives, choking devices, pepper spray, blow dart guns, brass knuckles, fireworks, and other weapons inside his vehicle. He also had more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition. Bentley was charged with multiple weapons offenses, including having a firearm, weapon, and explosive device on educational property. The university confirms Bentley had no affiliation with A&T and has been banned from campus.
Well, as long as he's banned from campus, I'm sure everything will be fine.
God damn, that's a lot of shit. He plan on doing some damage.
Yeah, that's like the opening act of John Wick level arms.
Right?
Guns, blow torches, and
crossbow knives.
Blow dart. What are you gonna do with a blow dart?
I have no idea. Brass knuckles. The fuck is this? Nunchucks. What is we doing here?
I just feel like a blow dart is gonna shoot somebody, and then a reed is gonna blow in the background.
He gonna disappear in the wind. The fuck is this?
A Japanese wind flute is gonna blow.
Yes, it is.
After he takes out J.R. Smith from the golf team. But yeah, I'm glad they caught him. He also had I saw another article. He had a chicken foot on him.
What that got to do with anything?
I don't know. I mean, you want to ask him what it's for, but you kind of like don't, because he's crazy.
Ain't no telling where that road gonna take you.
I heard black people love chicken. Not that part. What? Like just one?
Yeah, they come with 2 feet. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's wrap this thing up with the last segment. Let's do a little bit of guess the race.
What time is it?
It's time to guess the race.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
That's right. Guess the race time. We go around the globe. We find different articles. Guess the race of the people involved. Karen plays along. She guesses. She's racist. The chat room also guesses, and they're racist. The first one. This one is in Middleton, Wisconsin. A Wisconsin woman is accused of killing an employee of a car dealership on Monday over a dispute about a leased vehicle. According to the criminal complaint, Jakira T. Anderson, 23, of Fitchburg, was charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the shooting death of Kausu Samba, 34. The shooting occurred at MSI Auto Sales in Middleton shortly after 1:30 p.m. Police say Anderson had been at the dealership for more than 4 hours. She wanted to receive a refund or exchange the car she had leased for another vehicle. The discussion escalated. She pulled out a gun and shot Samba as he attempted to push her out of the building.
Ooh.
So she was on some like, I'm not leaving till I got a car, a new car. And he said, no, you already signed the paperwork, get out. And she said, I got your paperwork, pow.
Oh no.
She told police in the interview she had bought the gun legally and carried it in her waistband without a concealed carry permit. According to the State Journal, she added that she had not had the chance to register the weapon. She allegedly told police she took out the gun to scare him back or something. I wasn't trying to kill him, just scare him away. And I didn't think I was going to hit him. I wasn't even aiming or nothing. I don't know why she thinks these words are helpful.
Right?
Gun owners be wilding, man. No, I promise you, I wasn't even trying to kill him. Like, that's even worse. It would have been better off if you said I was in fear for my life and I killed him on purpose. Like, I was just randomly shooting. I could have killed a kid. I didn't give a fuck. I was just wilding.
You are not helping your case.
He was taken to the area hospital where he died a short time later. They said she left the scene after the shooting. So that complicates things. She said there are also facts in the complaint suggesting that she felt threatened at the time and was afraid. That's according to her public defender. It is unclear from the complaint how long the conversation lasted. The complaint does not include any further information. Her bail is set at $1 million. Her next court appearance is scheduled March 30th. Karen?
I'm gonna go. What's the name again?
Her name is Jakira T. Anderson.
Black.
Karen's going black. All right, let's check the chat room, see what they believe. She should have led with how she feared for her life. Oh, that's not right. Nigga, buy here, pay here, 50% APR black, a negress. That's a nizzle for shizzle.
Oh no!
Jawan.
Oh no!
Black for that high ass veil. Tyler Perry presents Carfax of a mad black woman. Black is the back of her neck. Black. She's a negress who's going to jail. Didn't do black. Without hearing the name, I went black. The correct answer is, I don't think anyone said anything but black in this one, and you all got it correct.
I'm about to say, we all got it wrong. Something's wrong. Ooh, baby, she did that.
Yeah, that is the tattoos that say I definitely.
I hate to be like this, but I don't believe you.
Don't believe who? Her?
Yeah.
I hate to blame the victim, but it's like you shot yourself. That's the kind of tattoo she got, guys. When all you can be like is, wait, you thought it was a good idea to push her out the door? Yeah, you kind of shot yourself on that one. Rest in peace, King. Let's go to the next one. Let's see, what do we want to do? How about this one? A mom calls out the school officials for confiscating her 11-year-old's drawing. Sierra Carter received a surprising phone call from her daughter's elementary school teacher. The 5th grader had drawn an inappropriate picture in class. The drawing of a pink pig with a necktie in the shape of what appeared to be interpreted as male genitalia was brought to the teacher's attention by a classmate who informed her that the daughter drew boys' parts on a pig. Now, here's what I'll say. the kid who pointed this out maybe ask some questions. How they know? The 11-year-old, according to her mom, told the teacher she drew a bow tie, not boy parts. The teacher told her, I'm going to have to give it to the principal and ask him how he wants to handle it. They didn't even talk to my daughter, didn't try to investigate it at all, nothing. The principal just said to write her up. That was on Friday. On the following Tuesday, Carter met with the school's vice principal, a social worker, and her daughter to discuss the drawing. That was when I saw it for the first time, and I was beside myself. This is very much a bow tie. According to, why didn't they just take a picture and send it to you in a text or something? According to the drawing, Carter alleges that a staple piece of paper describing the various ways her daughter had reacted to the teacher. When pressed about the drawing, Carter says she was told that the photo and this attached paper were going in her daughter's student file at the request of the school principal. I said, I would like to discuss this with him as well. So somebody went and got him. He came in. I pointed to the drawing right away and I said to him, I'm not quite sure what's wrong with this. This is a bow tie. He argued with me. He goes, well, bow ties have a bow. I'm like, well, she's 11. And when she was drawing a bow tie to her, this is her interpretation of that. This is very clearly a bow tie. I feel like every adult along the way should have shot this down. They should have looked at it. And they should have at least asked her, what is this? What did you draw? And then if she said it's a bow tie, shut it down. You can't just sit there and assume and ostracize a child for something like that because one boy thinks it's something. That's the word you're going to take. That is the way of the world. You know what's funny, too, is it's because it was a boy, I think. His word was more than even the girl who drew it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, now, and it very frustrates me about school system. All common sense goes out the window, and that's why I'm not a big fan of, all jokes aside, the zero tolerance policy. I hate that bullshit. I know it's more fucking work for them to look at shit individually, but sometimes you fucking have to.
These are some like super horned up teachers and principals apparently that see dicks and everything.
Yeah, it's just and my thing, I think it's probably a little black girl, so they was like, just fuck it. We're not even gonna take the time to believe you.
When she got home that night, Carter took to TikTok to vent about the situation in the video that garnered over 600,000 views, nearly 14,000 comments, many of which are from concerned parents raising a debate about whether the school's actions benefited the alleged offense. The social worker could have stopped this issue in seconds. Shameful. The adults had their heads in the gutter. Yeah, I think also what happens is they don't want to be responsible for anything.
Right.
Like if you don't want your kid to get in trouble, I suggest in America, send them to school with a gun. They'll probably get in less trouble. You know, there's less ways to report a kid having a gun at school than drawing a dick on a pig, a bow tie that looks like a dick on a pig, you know? All right, Karen, guess the race.
What's her name?
Her name is Sierra Carter.
Oh, black. I'm sorry.
Karen's going with black. The chat room. Let's see what they say. Okay, these blacks. No, because our kids are criminals. Baby Basquiat, black. When administration overreacts, the kid is black. Social worker, black family for surezies, black. Born in trouble, black. Terry says black. Mom cared enough, white. Damn, Yeti. You think black moms don't care? Black because blame first. The teacher had pink balls on her mind. White, black girl acting, black artist, 3 slaps, black 3 slaps. That's a good one, Trey. Anyway, the correct answer is, most of you missed it. She's white. Some of y'all did get it. And that's her. Yep. And look at the pig. The dick is all in the wrong place anyway. Why would the dick be coming out of the neck?
Yeah, it looked like a bow tie. Look like you had to tie the tie for top. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see. I would just ask the kid what it is, and when they say it's a bow tie, I'd be like, "All right, cool. She can't draw."
Right, she can't.
The
draw.
end.
Right.
The fuck is wrong with these
Like
teachers?
you're trying to tie a knot or something, right?
All right, let's go to the bonus round. Karen's 1-1.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
A former.
She had a better interpretation of the bow tie than me.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, who knows? A former Walmart manager in Northern Illinois is in police custody months after reportedly walking out of the store with over $100,000 months ago.
Oh, months ago.
Melissa Vanderwall.
It took a while for the encounter department to credit debit. Somebody was like, hey, some money missing.
Right.
They always follow the money, honey. Trust. It's too many people counting them zeros. They're going to find out.
Melissa Vanderwall, a 47-year-old former night manager at a Walmart in Joliet, located about 45 miles southwest of Chicago, is accused of emptying $135,988 into a shopping bag and then leaving the store on November 27th.
You think that they ain't gonna realize that much fucking money is missing?
I didn't know Walmart made that much money in places like Joliet. That's crazy. No wonder they run everything. The alleged theft was caught on surveillance footage, resulted in a warrant being issued. Officials say the money came from cash recyclers that are typically used to restock cash registers. She reportedly ended her shift early after filling the shopping bag with cash. Oh, she's like, I think I'm a mosey on out of here.
I'm a mosey on the lawn.
She just started jingling that she.
know. They was like, but you're the closing manager. Not tonight.
As she leaving, you just hear her.
What's that noise?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, time to be hitting the old dusty trail. She's been.
Why your pockets bulging?
She got to waddle out with the cash.
Why you look like you got weights on your body?
She was jailed on $100,000 bond. She's like, well, I need a shift at Walmart, and I think I can pay for this. They were called the same. Police were called the same day the crime took place, but then an arrest warrant was issued 2 days later. Detectives were actively investigating the case, and it was believed she left the area. It's unclear why she chose to turn herself into the police on Monday morning. When asked about how much stolen money his department was able to recover, English didn't go into details in an effort to protect the prosecutorial integrity of the case. Karen, guess the race.
Oh, all that money was gone. And what was the name? I'm assuming black.
Her name is Melissa Vanderwall.
Melissa Vanderwall?
Yes.
White.
Karen's going white. White says Nerdy the Sensei. Black says BB Vanderwall. White. Caitlin Clark, Mama Wildin' white. As white as the flour sack she hid the money in. Set it off. White or Bethier. White. White privilege. White opioid addicted. Dutch colonizers. White. The correct answer is white. Yeah, that's her.
Oh no.
Yeah. She was out here like, fuck it.
Right.
YOLO.
You said Vanderwall. I don't know no niggas with Vanderwall.
I don't know any. I know Kiki Vanderway, but yeah, I don't know no Vanderwalls either.
Sound like a Viking name.
After all, you're my Vanderwall. All right, let's go to the last thing, sword ratchetness. No show tomorrow. Don't forget.
Yeah, we going to see the Hornets play the Raptors.
That's right. You get stomped.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get beat, but I'm gonna have a good time and get a free meal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, a meal I actually paid for, but it's free today.
Free to you?
Yeah, it is free to me. You know I like to blow. You know I like to spend your money.
A man swung a sword at a hospital security guard.
Funky.
But first, a funky advertisement. Spotify for podcasters. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I can show y'all this. Why am I forgot this ain't Guess the Race anymore. Y'all can actually see what I'm looking at, and I can turn the volume up for y'all.
Security guard with several charges after police say he threatened a Deaconess Midtown security guard with a samurai sword. Officers say Daniel Lawrence broke out the windshield of a Posey County EMS ambulance around 1:20 this morning. They say he's seen on security video swinging the sword around outside the hospital entrance, hitting the walls and the door. They say as he advanced toward the security guard, the guard pulled his gun. Officers say Lawrence tried to run when they got there, but say he tripped, fell, and dropped his sword. Lawrence is booked to the Vanderbilt County Jail.
These motherfuckers don't even have no training.
He went on America's Dumbest Criminals. I don't even know
Oh.
if that show come on anymore. I think it does. You might catch it every now and then.
I never had a plan for if I had to actually like get caught.
All right, I never had a plan for that.
I thought I'd just be able to pull the sword out and then everybody would be chill about it.
I know. I fucked around and missed ninja training apparently.
Oh no, my worst enemy, my own 2 feet. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, and shout out to Just the Tip people. We see y'all. We thank y'all for supporting and paying the extra cash. Y'all had the 5, so we're gonna continue to put out them shows for y'all.
All right, we'll talk to you Wednesday. Until then, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.